The iPhone 11 at this point in time is almost 4 years old. My rule of thumb is not to buy an iPhone over 3 years old, and that's the reason I got the iPhone 12 this year. But after using the iPhone 11 for a couple of days, I think I could make an exception for that phone. It holds up really well in 2023, and that should be the case in 2024 as well. Now, the two biggest concerns I would have if I was buying a used iPhone would most likely be the battery life and the software. And software is generally where iPhones are very reliable. This 4-year-old iPhone is running the latest and greatest version of iOS 16. I don't think there's any point in discussing iOS 16 in detail. It runs smoothly on this phone and that's all that matters. Updates are planned for iOS 17 and I expect it'll likely get iOS 18 and maybe even iOS 19. That's to say that this phone easily has 2 to 3 years of life left before Apple stops updating this phone. The second concern I would have if I was buying the iPhone 11 in 2023 or 2024 would most likely be the battery life. Now, battery life greatly depends on battery health. The iPhone that I have is at 98% battery health, and that's the reason it gave me solid battery life. It has a 3110 mAh battery, which combined with the A13 chip and the 60Hz display make this phone last a full day with medium usage. On average, I got about 4 to 5 hours of screen on time with regular use. With heavy usage, this phone will need to be recharged just like every other phone. It also charges relatively fast. There's also the convenience of wireless charging. If you do plan on getting this phone this year or next year, I would highly recommend checking the battery health before doing so. Anything below 80% will give you a hard time in lasting a full day. And since I could not fit this anywhere else in the video, I will ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying this video. The other most important thing in a phone are the cameras. This phone on the back has a main sensor as well as an ultrawide, and on the front we have the selfie camera. With the right conditions, straightforward subject and good lighting, the phone still takes really good shots. The dynamic range and color reproduction are still comparable to newer iPhones. For most daily users, this camera setup can still take decent shots that are social media worthy. The ability to take portrait shots with the back and front camera is also a plus point. The addition of the ultrawide camera also added a lot of versatility. Apple really stepped it up with the iPhone 11 when compared to the iPhone XR. Although I don't take many selfies, but the few I took turned out to be really good. Video quality is also decent in good lighting conditions. This phone can shoot 4K 60 with all cameras, so if you want a decent phone to shoot your videos with, this should easily do the job. Even for a 4-year-old camera, this phone still surprised me. Another rather surprising thing I enjoyed about this phone is the design and the overall form factor. Unlike the recent iPhones, the design of the 11 is curvy, which I like. It makes the phone much easier to hold in the hands. Unlike myself, the phone feels very thin and light in the hands. It has also held up relatively well. It has been in a case, so that should have been the case. Up front, we have an LCD panel, which I think is an ancient feature. We don't see that on phones anymore. Even then, this LCD panel is the best LCD panel of all existing LCD panels. The display is decently bright, has good color accuracy, and doesn't for a second feel like an LCD panel. The only minor issue the tech nerd in me always points out is the bezel, which actually can be easily rectified with a dark wallpaper. Overall, this is a solid display for 99% of the people. And for the 10% of the people who cannot use an OLED panels due to PWM, this is probably one of the only and best options out there. Finally, let's talk about the performance, which is also top notch. The phone is powered by the A13 Bionic chip, which at the time of release was the fastest chip out there. Even now, the A13 has plenty of fuel left. This makes performance a strong point of the phone. Day-to-day tasks like opening a lot of apps, scrolling through social media, using the camera, and switching between apps are a breeze. Even gaming sessions didn't make me feel like I was gaming on a 4-year-old phone. I believe that this should be the case for the next 2 years as well. Other than that, the basics of a phone such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, call quality, speakers, and haptics have been working perfectly fine for me. And that brings me to why I would still buy the iPhone 11 in 2023 or 2024. If you are on a very tight budget, the iPhone 11 is still a very good option. It is a jack of all trades and a master of none. Although pricing is all over the place, a general ballpark is around $300 to $500 Canadian. The pricing also depends on the condition of the phone. You could get it from Best Buy, Amazon, or even try your luck on Facebook Marketplace. Also, in my time of using the iPhone 11 or the iPhone 12 for that matter, I never once felt the need of having the latest and greatest iPhone. And I think this is an interesting observation as to why we don't need to upgrade our phones every 1 or 2 years. And that's it for this video guys. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.